If you have pain here, I'm going to show you the most important stretches you need to be doing to help find relief. Now, far too often these stretches will only give you a temporary relief. So my goal is to show you how to turn a good quad stretch into a great quad stretch in order to get you some long-term relief. This is going to be for a very general type of knee pain, especially chronic or long-term knee pain that is central. It could be on the inside, it could be on the outside, but generally it feels just very stiff and achy. But even if you have a more complicated knee issue, every good rehab program should incorporate some quad stretching. Therefore, I'm going to show you a series of ways to stretch your quad, starting from the easiest, ending up to more challenging ways to stretch. A little something for everyone. The easiest way is probably going to be the Theragun, which is very easy, very passive, and you can notice some relief pretty quickly with this thing. But because it's so passive, your relief may be short-lived. Let me show you some ways to find some longer-term relief. Come with me. The second method is the pulley push method. While still passive, it can alter the length of the quads to add another element, so you can pull and lengthen the quads, but then you can also press the legs straight. So you can go back and forth, so you can add another element, get a stretch and a strengthen. A stretch and a strengthen. Add another element. Your stretching will always be more beneficial if you add more elements. Let me show you a third way. Third way is a classic. It is the standing quad stretch. This is a great stretch. Really feel the stretch in the front of the quads here. The problem is, again, it's still very passive. You can, of course, do a little pushing out and pulling and pushing and pulling to actively lengthen and strengthen and create some more elasticity in the quads, but still pretty passive, and there are a couple better ways. Let me show you. Okay, this is what is known as the couch stretch. Again, you can see we are lengthening here, but now we are resting the knee on a couch so that we can create more leverage here. It's also comfortable for the knee, and we're also now mimicking the way gait works, the way we walk, the way we run, where one leg is going forward and the other leg is going backwards. So this is gonna add another great stretch, another element into your quad stretch. Another way to make it better is to move your foot all the way to the back, or to move this leg even further forward to really get a stretch. Try to hold that stretch for at least 60 seconds. If you can get up to a minute, perhaps 2 or 3, that is where you're gonna really start to notice some changes. If there's still one more way I wanna show you to make a good stretch, great, one more. So this is probably my favorite stretch for knee pain ever. It would seem as though I have lost the footage for my favorite stretch in the world, the hip flexor stretch. So I'm now going to show you the hip flexor stretch here where I stay. So you want to find a wall, and then what you're going to do is take your knee, bend it, put it as close to the corner as you can. This leg stays down. You will then bring this leg up, and you may need to stay here for just a little while. So you're already going to start to feel a stretch here in the front. And again, it may be totally fine to stay right here. Try to drive your hip forward to feel a stretch in the front of the quads. If you can, start to come more upright. That'll create more of a stretch. Honestly, sometimes it takes people a week, 2 weeks to even get this high, but then ultimately, you want to bring your torso all the way up such that your back is to the wall and you're getting a maximum stretch. You can feel your low back come back and you'll feel a big stretch in the front of your quad. Try to hold that 60 seconds, 90 seconds. If you can get to 3 minutes, that is the ultimate goal. It's the best stretch for the hip flexors. Back to the previously recorded content. The more elements you can add to your stretching, the higher chance that you will get longer term relief. So if it's too passive, make it active. If there's not good leverage, find more leverage. If you can create more tension and make it more active, try to add all of those elements in for a better and longer term relief from your stretches. Try these stretches and see if they work. If they don't work, we have a knee program down below that will guide you step by step. It has 5 levels, so we start at a very easy level and progress to harder and harder levels. But if you want to try these stretches, give them a shot. I bet you'll find some relief. If you want a proper program, click the link below. Beyond that, thank you all so much for watching.